Hello again. I've been soldering stuff all day. All day. Well, like the last 8 hours. My back is killing me, and I'm going to keep soldering. But I didn't record the first 8 hours, so you're not going to get a fast forward of that. Does everybody like a game of I Spy? Everything important I'm going to talk about is in this frame. Oh boy, there's a lot of stuff. So this thing here, this is a Teensy. It is a tiny little card computer. Tiny. That is a very powerful little thing that has lots of analog inputs, so I can read all sorts of potentiometers and buttons digitally and other crazy stuff if I can make this all work. To the right, this is an ESP8266, and it is even smaller. Look, oh man, it is like just barely bigger than my weirdly big thumbnail. What is this? This is another Teensy, but as you can see, the pins have been soldered the other way. And that's because I needed to figure out how to get a Teensy hooked up to this ESP8266. This doesn't have wireless, and this does. So I made a thing that does that. This little beastie here has a plug on top for the ESP, and on the bottom is all the requisite connections back for the Teensy, and they mate together quite nicely. Now, this whole thing gets powered by another circuit. Okay, that's breadboarded in, and 5-volt power is going to come from the Raspberry Pi. If I plug this in, you can see behind there's a tiny red light. That thing blinked just a little bit, and we can see here that is data scrolling across the page, and that is all the analog sensor input. These analog sensors are being read by the Teensy. The Teensy is transmitting the data serially to the ESP, which has been programmed to stick that data into a packet and push it wirelessly across to the Raspberry Pi, where I wrote another Python server that's running there, listening for this garbage, and that works. That works. That should work. I think it should work. I really hope so, because my back is just gonna be destroyed tomorrow, and man. And I'm gonna keep at it until it's done. So we'll see what happens. I still need to build a power supply that will sit inside of the actual case. I need to redo the wiring in the cable housing connections, and And I still have to solder all the potentiometers and stuff in place in the guitar. Oh boy. Yeah, it's a lot. We'll see if I get it all done tonight. It's nearly done. I have to get the computers in there wired up to the parts that I haven't replaced yet and finish the cable work and put it all back together and test it. But it's like 1:30 in the morning, so I'm calling it quits. I'll be back at it in the morning.